Hi, I'm Toni, and this is your daily tarot reading. So today we're going to start off by looking at the Work Your Light Oracle cards. So hello to all of you. I am so glad that you are here with me today. Welcome all of you who are brand new, and hello to all my returning viewers and subscribers. So let's see what messages we have for today. Out first, we have Align Your Life. Align Your Life. Oh, that was nice and fast. There we go. So, align your life. And then speaking of alignment, we have boundaries. And the last card we have is Pillar of Light. And so Pillar of Light says your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And then we have boundary says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? And then align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So this is beautiful. This is a beautiful way to start a Wednesday. How gorgeous. Basically, you've been doing the work. You've been doing the work. You've been having healthy conversations with people. You've been, praying, meditating, journaling, yoga, going to therapy. I don't know, whatever it is. Getting out in nature, getting yourself grounded, playing more, having more fun, focusing on hobbies, focusing on stress control and stress management. Whatever this is you've been doing it well, okay? You've been doing it well, right? And here we are. You are raising your vibration. And so because of that, now is the time to focus on aligning your life, right? So what is not aligned in your life or what needs to go? And this is where boundaries come in. Where do you need to establish better boundaries, or better yet, when it comes to boundaries, we often think of boundaries as like, this is what I need from you in order to have a healthy relationship with you. But sometimes boundaries are literally putting up fences. Sometimes boundaries are cutting someone out, okay? It's literally putting a boundary between the two of you, like, you don't cross this line, I won't cross this line, and we won't mix. So for some of you, this boundary is literally cutting this thing out of your life. Like I said, in alignment, what is not aligned or needs a change. But some things are just that we need to focus on aligning and changing by establishing healthy boundaries, right? And learning how to be assertive and take back our power, right? Because remember, your vibration is rising. You are the pillar of light. You are the oracle. All right, so let's look at the tarot. We're going to look at the Universal Weight Tarot deck. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides of whoever is watching right now. What messages do we have for them today? So let's find out what has happened in the past that brought us to these beautiful, healthy, raised vibrations and boundaries and alignment. Ooh, okay. We have the King of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles. So that's masculine and feminine energy there. The air with swords, the earth with the pentacles, and then we have, again, another air sign, Libra, the world. Okay, so a lot of masculine energy here, so that's very interesting. Whenever I notice something like that, a lot of masculine energy, because both the kings and then the air, the swords and the air sign with the world, I'm pointing that out because when I think of masculine versus feminine, and this is not meant to be insultive, okay, it's absolutely not. What I'm trying to say is masculine, I think of ego, so kind of being more reactionary, kind of like just leading the charge, running into battle, versus the feminine, when I think of that, as more intuitive, kind of being thoughtfully guided, okay? So there's just a lot of masculine energy here, and so that's very interesting because it feels like in the past we were kind of leading from the ego, okay? I think that it's interesting, here's boundaries, and King of Swords, he's very good at defining boundaries. But regardless of whatever this was, it felt like there was something in your world that, let me just ask a question here. Clarify, why is the world here? Oh, Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Below that, we have Queen of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles are here. And the Knight of Swords. So King of Swords, Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Interesting amount of court cards here. So this is you and perhaps more than one person, okay? This is not just boundaries. It feels like with one area of your life. It feels like you need to work on investing, putting boundaries in a lot of places in your life, having conversations that need to be had. So, okay, so asking about the world here. Yeah, so it looks like they're in your past, in your world in general. You were working hard on kind of defining who you are and what you thought that world looked like, okay? There is a lot of hard work here, just kind of establishing you, okay? By that I mean, like, who am I? What are my beliefs? What are my values? Things like that, okay? There's just been a lot of just understanding you, all right? Getting to this whole complex understanding of who I am as an individual, as a soul level, yada, 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 all right? A lot of work, a whole lot of work going into this. But here's the thing. Oftentimes when we're younger, when we're learning who we are and what we believe in, what our values are, all those things, we're not really investing in creating healthy boundaries for ourselves at that point, because we don't even know what it is we want or who we are. So how do we know what our boundary lines are? Okay, a lot of times we have to go out there and test the waters to figure that out. So that's a lot of what I'm saying here. It's like figuring out who you were in your whole world, but not per se creating healthy boundaries, because we have that Knight of Swords is in reverse. So let's see where we're at. Where does that leave us right now? So what is the energy of now? Up first, oh, lovely. Devil is in reverse. There's Capricorn. Coming right up. Speaking of boundaries, there you go. 7 of Wands. So this is a very fast timing. This is in the next week. And the last card is, there you go. There you go. Talking about boundaries. So really talking about those toxic behaviors and relationships in our life and cleaning them up, okay? What it says right here, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. This is what this is all about. You are the pillar of light, right? So here's the devil in reverse, right? So that would truly be the pillar of light. It's like, you know, you're not in this lower vibration. Now we're kind of a higher vibration. And so since your vibration is rising, it's time for you to really get firm on what is and isn't working in your life. Is everyone still welcome to your dinner table, or do some people need to be invited to eat elsewhere? And also, those who are staying at the table, have we had conversations around, you know, not just manners, but boundaries, respect, you know, what works for me, what works for them, what works for you, I should say, not me, what works for you, what works for them, and what did they, not just what I need from you, what do you need from me, okay? This is very important, because respect and communication is a two-way street, okay? So this is really about just really kind of lovingly asserting yourself, and I think this is an interesting card in this case, because the Four of Cups is kind of pushing something away until you get what you need. But what's interesting is this is the Cups. The Cups are about love, okay? And so this is very much about asserting yourself in a loving way, focusing on getting rid of the things that are just toxic. And again, you know, you're the pillar of light. Set those boundaries around yourself so that you can remain in this place of high vibration. So, and I don't mean we're not spiritually bypassing what's happening, okay? We're not trying to, oh, everything is love and light, and not feel negative feelings or not experience negative emotions. That's not what I mean. I mean that there is a way that you used to behave, respond, or react that was shadow-based, that was based on triggers, that was based on fears, okay? And now you have let go or dissolved those fears and triggers, and now you're coming from a higher place, a place of higher understanding. You respond differently, you think differently, you behave differently, and that's what we mean to say when we're looking at you being the pillar of light, letting go of those toxic beliefs and habits, okay? So that's what this is. This is time for you, now that you've kind of done the work and put in the energy, it's time to clean up. You've done the inside, work on the inside, and now it's time to clean up the outside, okay? So let's see, if you do, where will you be going? What happens when they clean up the outside to match the inside? First up, we have beautiful 7 of Cups. Next up, we have the Chariot is in reverse. There's Cancer showing up for you. And lastly, we have 4 of Pentacles underlying. We have 6 of Wands, the Sun. There's Leo. We have Justice. Here's Libra showing up again. Six of Swords, leaving something behind. Ace of Wands. I'm going to go ahead and pull one or two more on that. I see this. This is perfect. Six of Cups. And lastly, we end with the Nine of Cups. So there are different choices being made. I feel like when you stand up for yourself, when you assert yourself, and when you do it with love, when you do it from a place of loving assertiveness, loving kindness, you know, really being gentle and thoughtful and considerate, not being like, you've got to do it my way or get out. No, it's not like that. This is just very like, hey, I've healed this part of myself and I don't want to keep going backwards. I don't want to keep being triggered. I don't want to keep giving into these fears and these worries. I want to stay up here. So in order for me to stay up here, this is what I need from you. I need you to meet me here. I don't want, you're down here. I don't want you to lower myself. I'm up here. I want you to come up here where I am. Okay. That's what's happening here. And let me say this path, let me ask a question about this Chariot in reverse. Tell me a little bit more about the Chariot. Interesting. Two of Wands. Underneath we have the Knight of Cups. Below, above that we have the Fool. Below that we have Nine of Cups. Knight of Cups. Okay. So interesting. The Knight of Cups and Chariot are both in reverse. All right. So it feels like there may be a little bit of going backwards, of going back and kind of looking at what isn't working. Where are we not on the same page? Where are we not wanting the same things for each other in our relationship, in other words, okay? Not just like, hey, I want to be a doctor and you want to be an astronaut. I don't mean that. I mean like, you know, let's say this is a partner, you know, and you just started dating, let's say in the last year or whatever, but, you know, you want this to become a full, you know, lifetime partner. And so you're like, you know, my goal is eventually we live together, we maybe get married one day, but whatever, I would like to be your life partner in the end, whatever that looks like. And this person, that's what I mean to say we're going to get on the same page. We want to be agreeable. Where this person might be like, oh, no, I'm never going to get married. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to get on the same page here, okay? And so there's this opportunity for you to both to look at, and I think you specifically, though, to look at these choices you're making and see where did you get off the page and how can we breathe some fresh air into this. This is very similar to the reading I had yesterday about fresh air, but there's something about not being stubborn, not clinging to, it has to be this one way, okay? There's something about remembering you've healed these old ways, right? You've healed these old beliefs or fears or worries or triggers. So if you can let go of that part, this part of yourself that isn't working, then there's probably room for compromise at this table in the sense of, here's where my boundary line, here's where your boundary line is, and let's see where we can meet in the middle, okay? The underlying energy to support this. So what I'm seeing here is a kind of a shakeup. There are some things that have definitely got to go. Your success is definitely been blocked in some ways for a little while. You've been feeling, it feels like, I don't think success in all arenas has been blocked, but you're definitely feeling an imbalance, a blockage from at least one corner of your life. Maybe, you know, maybe your health's going great, maybe relationships is going great, but money sucks. Or maybe money's fine, but maybe you don't enjoy your job or whatever it is, okay? There's just something here that is kind of getting blocked up. And the reason this is getting blocked up is because that area of your life is down here and you're up here, and it's time for it to come up and meet you, not for you to go down and meet it. So in other words, if it's a relationship, that needs to be adjusted. But like if it's a job, maybe it's that the job, you know, you've outgrown the jobs and maybe it's time to find a job that fits. But in the meantime, making peace with it so you can pay your bills. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. You are leaving something behind. You are leaving something behind that at some point you definitely did want, something that you did want, and perhaps it's something that you have wanted a long time. But the thing is the thing that you're leaving behind, it might have been something you wanted a long time, but also as you realign, okay, you realign your priorities, your values, your relationships, okay, that's what's happening here. This is a kind of a realignment to this new version of you, this new healed version of you. There is, as the boundaries are being put in place, as this realignment is taking place, there is just this healing, unexpected healing, I think, of, I feel like parts of you from childhood, something from your childhood that has always perhaps been a fear, a trigger. Let me ask a question about this Six of Cups. Give me a little bit more information about the Six of Cups, please. and then we will close out. The King of Wands, right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. High Priestess is above. Ace of Cups is below, and your answer is King of Wands is in reverse. Yeah, so listen, I think that as you are realigning, okay, with relationships, with careers, with experiences, with whatever it is, you are realigning and reestablishing these healthy boundaries that come from a higher place, okay? As you're doing that, I think this is going to unexpectedly shift. There's something in your life that you have been holding on to. Perhaps since childhood, there's been some kind of fear, worry, block that you've been holding on to since childhood that you didn't realize was really blocking you, the bigger picture of you, okay? Perhaps even keeping you from your intuitive side, but whatever this is, it was keeping you from, it's funny, remember I mentioned all the masculine energy here. We're ending with feminine energy, okay? Because we have cup, 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 and then High Priestess and King of Wands. And now King of Wands is actually masculine, but that's not what I'm trying to say. So let's just ignore that last little line there. But anyway, there's a lot of feminine energy on the table now. Intuitive energy. We've shifted from kind of this lower vibration to a higher vibration now, okay? And that's what's coming. It's like as you realign and reassess your values, relationships, and plans, you heal this unhealed part of yourself that you don't see this coming. You don't see this healing coming. But this is something that has definitely kept you either disconnected from your higher self or disconnected from fully being able to truly feel everything with your heart. For a lot of us, even though we understand what love is and we've experienced it, and we have walls blocking us, we're not fully 100% trusting love. There's always just this little worry that it's going to run away from us or it's going to, implode or whatever. This is where it gets healed. Okay. These boundaries that you set, this realignment to a higher level, this just brings in an unexpected blessing for you of kind of healing some old energy regarding love or regarding relationships and trust, perhaps. Let me tell you, this is good stuff. This is really good stuff. We end on the 9 of Cups. This is you finally not just getting what you want out of relationships, career, things like that, but this is the full and complete being able to fully express love and know love and receive love and getting what you want out of life. Okay, so let me say something. If they're down here low, you need to be up here high and ask them to come up. We're not going low. We're staying high and having them meet us. Okay? All right. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I would love to see you come back tomorrow. Until I see you again, I love you so much. Take care of yourself.